Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Sprints. Also, welcome to February. Today is February 1st of 2026. How do we feel about that? I can't believe we're already in February. Where did January go, right? Let me know who all is here and what you're reading or working on today. My little thing over here, if I can point at it, says I'll be reading Ravenscholar because I need to finish up those pages. I have not been able to pick it up since Wednesday. So I've got a tiny little bit to get caught up on, but I have a couple of other things that I need to work on as well. I need to film my February TBR so that I can get started on one of the books because it is an advent calendar in a sense, but it leads up to Valentine's Day. So, we've already had excitement this morning at our house. As you guys know, everybody is getting hit with the cold weather. We were down in the 20s last night. I think they said our low was 27, 26, somewhere in there. Too cold for us. This is the reason why I moved to Florida, so I didn't have to deal with that cold weather. But we still got it. We did not get snow. Other parts of Florida, Gainesville, Citrus County, which I believe is 2 or 3 counties north of me, they got some snow flurries, but we did not. However, we did all of the things. We let the faucets drip. We let the hoses outside drip. We even let the well drip so that everything was still flowing. And our well froze. Our well froze over, so we didn't have water first thing this morning. We do have water now. We had to wrap the pipes in towels so that it could get warm. But we had the well was frozen. There were 2 different water hoses outside that had frozen over, not the hose themselves, but they had like icicles from the water that came out. Let me see if I can pull up the picture because I did take a picture of one of them. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Let me see. But there's an icicle coming straight from the hose. So let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. It's completely like trying to find the right angle where you could see it but not see the reflection. So we had 2. We don't want to delete it. We had 2 of those. So I was able to, once my husband was able to get it free, I kind of broke it up or picked it up and showed the kids because they've never seen icicles before. So we showed them an icicle, and then we just kind of threw it in the pool so it could melt. The other one I think is still attached because it's sitting in the shade, so it'll have to melt on its own. But yeah, so we have the fireplace going. I did come in here because I know my husband is going to be playing his game, so we don't want conflicting sounds. Let me know what you guys are up to, and if you haven't seen, this is the new hair. It is still a little like I washed it before it got cold outside, so it's still a little unruly, but it's up here now. They chopped 4 inches off. It was needed. It was time. It'll grow back. It's fine. Let's see who all is here. Molly is here. I should be here, but in bed, so not talking much. That is okay. Make sure you're staying warm. If you saw her jump in the chair, we have Isis. Isis is gonna come and hang out. Right, Isis? Right, Moose? She's trying to get comfy. Wait. There she is. Isis. I'm trying to find a spot. She likes to sit behind me in the chair. So that's probably what she's doing. She's trying to figure out how she can lay down so she'll stay warm. Anne says, good morning. Did you see any snow? No, but we had tons of frost and ice and icicles. Kat says, good morning, Alicia, Anne, and Molly. I'm working on tasks today. Ooh, productive. I have a couple of different things that I'm going to work on, but mostly I need to get caught up on Raven Scholar pages for next Wednesday. And then I need to film my February TBR video. So that can go up by Wednesday. Anne says, good morning to Kat. Swank is here. Howdy, everybody. Happy Old Broads Day. Happy Old Broads Day. Happy Get Up Day. And Happy No Politics Day. That's a day I can get behind. All of them. Happy Get Up Day and No Politics. Yes, please. I feel like the computer is too close. But I need to be able to see you guys in the comments. Nadim says, hello, good morning. Anne says, I know to most people the month has flown by, but to me it has been January has been the longest month. It seems like it, and usually it does seem like it's a longer month. I guess because we have more days than February, but also because you're starting a whole new year. So I could see where that happens, but I don't know. For me, like, I guess because I kept myself busy, it just seems like it just went by. Nadim says he's currently reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And how are you liking that one? Were you reading that one last time? Or was you were reading a different Ali Hazelwood? Because you like to read all of the books by the author, right? Which ones have you read already? Let me know. I enjoyed Bride, and I actually have the sequel on my February TBR. Shh. You didn't hear that because you'll see it in the video. But yeah, I hope to read that one in February. Nicole from Noteworthy Fiction is here. Good morning. Hello, Alicia. Glad you're staying warm. Yes, indeed. We had the fireplace going for most of the day yesterday, and we will probably have it for most of the day today. So I'm glad I went and stocked up on firewood. We have like a whole wooden thing that holds the firewood, and we've learned that it takes about 25 bags of firewood to fill it up. So we have slowly put a dent in it with just yesterday's cold. So hopefully the rest of it will get us through the rest of the cold days, and then we'll still have a little bit left over. I don't have to buy as much next time. That is the plan. Hair looks good. Thank you. I definitely needed, see, there's still a little bit of knots, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I will probably put it up or pin it back because I normally do something like that. So you can't really tell because I'm wearing dark colors. But it's, it's got that curl, I need to figure out how to tame those curls. I'm not sure what I'm up to yet. Ooh, let us know. Do you have a book that you're currently reading, or do you have tasks around the house that you need to get done? I know at some point husband will throw a basket of laundry in here that I'll have to fold. So that'll be thrown into all of my madness that is going here on the floor. And Nicole says, hi, Molly, Kat, Anne, Nadim, Swank, and anyone I missed. And Annette is here. Hello, hello, hello. She says hello to Nicole. And hello, Nicole from Nadim. Sorry, it's Spunky Old Broads Day. Oh. Either way, we would celebrate both. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Kat. Anne says, I might read some Raven Scholar pages today. Ooh. How far are you into the book, Anne? Because I know we left off last Wednesday. I got to page 392, but our cutoff for that Wednesday was 428. So right before chapter 48 starts, and then next Wednesday, or I should say this coming Wednesday, the 4th, is it the 4th? Yes, on the 4th, we will be getting to chapter 48, so page 429, and we should be stopping right around 532. Is that right? Yeah, because then that's the end of chapter 63. I was making sure because I don't like to stop in the end of a chapter, and it was the last pages of the chapter. So that works out. So let me know where you're at. Nadim, yes, I've read all books of Ali Hazelwood. It is my reread. This is my favorite book. Gotcha. Are you going to read the sequel afterwards? I'm looking forward to the sequel. Swank says hi to Molly. Do you ever braid your hair? I have attempted to braid my hair, and I am not coordinated enough. Like, if I sit here and do it, I could probably do the sides, but I cannot, do it in the back. I could probably have someone do it for me, but I am not coordinated enough. Because this is getting too much for to be, on my neck, I will probably just go like this for now. Because I don't like it to touch my neck, which is why you always see me in some sort of bun. But now my bun is not as it's not as crazy looking. It's an actual bun. But I have tried, and I can braid my daughter's hair, but I cannot braid my own. And for whatever reason, I'm not coordinated enough. Anne says the last time I was out other than to the mailbox was January 23rd when I went to the hospital to get an EKG. Ooh. I don't blame you. I mean, if you're in a cold weather area too, with all of this, all the nor'easters and all the snow that is happening all over right now, I do not blame you one bit for staying home and only going out unless you absolutely have to. Annette says, I'm doing laundry today. Lots of laundry. I was actually worried, I'm not going to lie, because we do laundry on Sundays. And because the well was frozen this morning, I thought we weren't going to be able to do laundry, which means then we would have to wait for the well to defrost, which thankfully it didn't take long. And so we're able to do laundry. Otherwise, I would have to do it tomorrow. But if we do laundry today, hubby does it and I help fold. So we like that scenario. We like just folding. Jen is here. Hi, Alicia. Reading The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult and loving it so far. I'm at 9%. I wonder if that's the one I have of hers. Because I have a Jodi Picoult, but I don't know if it's that one or not. No, I have one called Off the Page. I don't know if that's any relation to the same, if it's in the same or not. If you heard that, that was the Hawks. Jen says, starting out the month with 11 inches of snow here in North Carolina. Oh, My dad is in South Carolina, and he said they had about 8 inches. And he said they've only had snow 2 or 3 times where he's at in the past, like, 5 years that he's been in South Carolina. So, stay warm. Make sure you're staying away from the ice and the cold. And enjoy it while it's nice and pristine before they plow it and walk on it and all the things. Annette says, I'll be trying to get to the end of chapter 63 to keep pace with you guys. Maybe not all today, but over this week. Okay, so okay, yeah. Yeah, because Wednesday we'll do the chapters 48 to 63. So yeah, you'll be right. You're right there with us. But this is a reread for you, is it not? Or are you actually reading it with us? I think you said it was a reread. Let me know if I'm wrong. Mel is here. Hello, hello. She says, hey, friends. Let us know what you're reading or working on today, Mel. Anne says, I can't even get to the bus stop 3 blocks away. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. Faithful is here, popping in to tickle the like button. Hello, Alicia and chat. Hello, Faithful. Also, huge progress. I discovered that I only need 35 subscribers to reach 500. However, I also need about 1,550 watch hours to meet the requirement for what I can do at the 500 subscriber level. So if there's any old videos that you guys have not seen yet, go check them out because there are some Lego builds that are time-lapsed. There's some theme park videos that I've done in the past, also bookish things, of course. So if there's any video that you haven't seen, go check them out, please. And let me know if you've watched it or not. Because I'm getting really close. The subscribers are almost there. I only need 35. But it's the watch hours that I need too. So tell your friends, like and subscribe and watch. I need to do more of the Lego time-lapsed ones, but I'm trying to save those for like the bigger sets that I have. I put 2 smaller sets together yesterday, and if I can get to my closet, I might pull out a couple more sets to film maybe this month and then kind of sprinkle them on the channel. So it's a work in progress. Annette says, yes, it is a reread, but it's so good and I'm happy to read it again. Right? Me just reading it the first time, this is absolutely amazing. I'm very interested to see how the author does book 2. And I'm interested to see how this ends. We only have 2 Wednesdays left before we finish reading Ravenscolor. And then after that, we will do the discussion for it. And then at the end of February, the last Wednesday of February, we will start The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. So if you want to join us, that is the next book that we're reading. But I'm so happy that you're enjoying the reread. It is really good, really detailed. She must have like planned it all out and then wrote. That's my guess. Faithful says, whoop, Alicia. I can play them on the TV. Thank you, thank you. And Mel says, I'm finishing up Frankenstein by Junji Ito. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, let me know. And then I'll be diving into Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I never know how to pronounce that. Hopefully one of those is correct. I need to read my pages for the day. I need to do the same. I'm going to finish Raven Scholar, and then I need to map out my February reading and film the TBR. But on that note, I do not see any other comments coming in, so I'm going to star Mel's comment as our last one. I am going to pull up the cat, and we're going to go for our first 45-minute sprint. So I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Happy reading or productivity. Well, how did everybody do on that sprint? I mean, I did some things. I did not read anything yet. I went through some stickers that I had gotten in the mail just to see what they look like, and I love the majority of them. It usually happens with me. I always love the stickers that come in. They're kind of like that holographic, like reading stickers. I found them on Amazon. It was 200 pieces for, I want to say like $7 or $8. Not bad at all. And the quality looks to be really good. So, and then I set up my reading February books for the TBR so I can film that hopefully in one of the next 2 sprints. And I went to go show my husband a photo, and I can show you guys. But if you guys have ever been to or have seen pictures of the Universal Globe that they have at their parks here in Orlando, one of my UK friends actually sent a picture. He was like, wow, it must really be cold there because the bottom of the globe, now you know the globe is made out of metal, but, and I'll see if I can't zoom it in, but that's the bottom of the globe. If I can, I don't know if you guys can see it, but all right here are icicles. I'm trying to find it without. There we go. Maybe you can see it. You'll still be able to see some of the thing, but those are icicles on the bottom of the universal globe. They are very thick, very thick icicles. So, and then after that, I kind of was working on my reading journal. I still have a lot to do, but I think I've done enough for now because the rest of it is kind of like I need to plan the pages and decorate them before I can start filming and putting them in. So that is kind of what I got up to. Not much. So hopefully I can read the oh, I also started working on like February's videos. The highlighted ones you see are ones that are like edited vlogs. The rest of that is sprints, book club sprints, my normal Sunday sprints, and I'll be filling in for Kelly this week for Morning Time Pirates. So lots of sprinting this month, which I didn't realize, but that's 12 or 13. So, we'll see how that goes. Let's see what everyone else got up to. I know we had a couple of people pop in, so let's see who popped in. This was the last comment that we had before we went to sprint. So Mel was saying that she's going to finish up Frankenstein and then dive into Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly because she's got to read the pages for today. There's a short story that I would like to read today, and that'll kick off my February TBR. But first and foremost, I need to get caught up on the Raven Scholar pages in preparation for Wednesday night sprints. So I'll probably do that in the next sprint. Ren is here. Hello, everyone. Listening to Vicious Fae by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti while I organize my audiobooks. I believe this is part of the Zodiac Academy realm of things. And this is me saying hello to Ren. We also had Anne say the problem she has is that people dig out their parking spots and it ends up piled on the sidewalk. I have filed a complaint with the HOA about it, but have not heard anything yet. I imagine that if it becomes too much of a hassle, they will have to deal with it. But It kind of comes with the territory. And I hate to say that, but I remember living in an HOA when we had snow up north, and there's not much you can do unless, like, you want to do what we did. We used to melt the snow. So, um, yeah, it's cold, but if you take hot water, we would do a little at a time, or and then that way we can just kind of melt it. But we would also salt the sidewalks, so that way nobody slips and falls and whatnot. I don't know how easily that would be able to be done, or if people even think about that. But hopefully, um, they will do something, and soon, because I imagine, depending on how much snow you guys are going to get, they would want to keep up on that so that if people needing to go places can get to where they're going. But I imagine they're also like, stay home, don't go anywhere. So it just depends. But yeah, that's kind of a nuisance. I remember having to kind of help dig out sidewalks and stuff when I lived up north. It wasn't fun. Jen says, I'm planning to go back and rewatch the Raven Scholar streams once my book comes in. We'll get you there, Alicia. I believe this is in relation to the 500 and the watch hours. So thank you, thank you. Everything helps. And I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Jen says, ugh, the Book of Doors was so good. I'm looking forward to it. And this one won't be as long as Raven Scholar, so we're only going to have 5. 4 sprints for reading, and the 5th one is the discussion. And then we'll go into our 3rd book, which was decided to be Pride and Prejudice. The more I think about it, like, my version of Pride and Prejudice is weird. Like, everybody I talk to says that they all have, like, just straight 61, 62 chapters. Mine's broken up into sections, which apparently it was originally published that way, but I don't know, it just bothers me. So, I don't know, I might see if my library has a copy that's 62 chapters. Or I'll just go through and relabel my chapters. I don't know yet. It's just weird that they broke it up into 3 sections. Lee is here. Good morning, Alicia and chat. I'm having a slow morning. Started not feeling well last night, drinking a tea and listening to Crime Ragoon by Vivian Chen. Ooh, is that the, like, food ones? I've been hearing good things about this series. It's a series, right? And I want to try. I want to try them because I want to branch out into something other than what I'm reading. Mostly, I do the sci-fi, the fantasy, and the romance. But and I do have a couple of Agatha Christie's that I want to try too. But I want to do more mystery and see if I like them. Anne says, when I took the trash out Wednesday, I got to the end of the sidewalk and there was a pile of snow at the handicap cutout to the parking lot and the dumpster. I shoveled that out. Oh, I would imagine that they would want to keep those spots empty anyway, because 1, handicap, 2, the dumpster's right there. But they see that as just a spot to put snow. And I hate that they think that way sometimes. Oh, look, it's a free spot. I can just put all the snow there. No one uses it. How often does it get used? The snow will melt. No, 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 no. Well, hopefully it wasn't too much of a hassle to shovel out. Shannon is here. Hi, hi. Made friends with the like button. Thank you. Hopefully you're doing well, staying warm where you are, if you have the cold weather like we all do. Swank says hi to Lee. Jen says, I guess when you audibly gasp at 11%, that means you're in for a ride. Really? Well, we'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully you're liking it though. Lee says, hi, Swank. I love all the day things for today. I got up. I'm an old broad and I don't want any talk of politics. Same. Same. Lee says, I got up to 29%. Nice. Jen says, I got to 12%. Going to try and find something quick for lunch while we chat. Nice, nice. Hopefully it's something warm, especially if you're cold. I know I want some hot chocolate today, so I'm going to do that at some point. Ren made it to 42%. Nice. Nadim finished a cup of coffee and read 6 pages. Nice. Courtney is here. Good morning. Bicycles on what? I don't know. Did I say anything about bicycles? I can't remember. Let me know what the context was, and I'll elaborate if it was something I said. Swank, I did up my meds for the week and started my morning pages. Nice. Dang, autocorrect. I meant morning and icicles. Oh, icicles on what? My garden hose. If you didn't see that, I can show you the picture again. But we had icicles on our garden hose. We did let everything run, like do the little drips, and we still have icicles. See? Oh, hold on. Do I need to make it dark again? A little bit, yes. Okay. I had icicles on my... Maybe if I go like that. No, I'm trying. I'm going to figure it out. But there's an icicle from the hose here all the way down to the ground. And that was on 2 of them. Because we have one on each side, one out back here, and then one on the workshop. And 2 hoses had water sticking out of the hose. And then our well froze. So we're having all sorts of fun this morning. But yeah, icicles. The kids got to see icicles for the first time. Swing says hi to Courtney. Anne says, why does everyone know what I should do? What do you mean? For what? Elaborate. Courtney says, I co-sign, stay home, and don't go anywhere. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere today. Nope. I went out yesterday, and it was not fun. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. But it was cold. It looked like it was getting ready to rain yesterday when I was out. And I went to the grocery store. And I went around noon, and everybody and their mom was there. I was lucky I was able to get a parking spot as close as I did, because I went up one aisle, down the other, and I went to go up the 3rd aisle, and someone had pulled out, and so there was a parking spot like 2 spaces in from the beginning, closest to the store. So I got lucky. But I said, nope, I'm not going anywhere today. And I really don't want to go anywhere tomorrow, but we'll see what the school does, because I'll have to take my kids to school. And I imagine they won't have like a frost day or anything. So we'll see. Bundle them up and ship them off to school. Courtney says hi to Swank. Kat says, I'm still working on tasks. I had a brief call with Lori to help her with her Discord. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. I am thinking about starting my own Discord. I just don't know what I want to include in it. I know that I could do the 100 pages book club stuff. among other things. So it just depends on what else I want to include. So I'm in the works for that, but I love that Lori. Now, Lori is setting up one for everything for her channel for a specific readathon. Let me know, because I think that's great. And let me know when it's ready, because I will go and add myself to it or find it. What day is it, Swank? It was, let me see if I can find it again real quick. Today's days are Happy Old Broads Day, Happy Get Up Day, and Happy No Politics Day, which I think is fantastic because we don't need to do any of that. Now I have to find my spot. All right, that was answering that question. Swank says Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is great. Ooh, I think I have that one. Maybe. Or maybe I had the Romeo and Juliet and Vampires. I had one of them. It was like a classic with something. But I've seen a couple of different of those. Kat says I'm about to make a cup of coffee. I have mine. I need to make sure it's still warm. Otherwise, I'll microwave it. I'll put it in a cup, microwave it, and put it back. Anne says I shoveled the sidewalk and then selfish people just covered it back up. I just don't understand selfish people. Neither do I. I really don't. Anne says I am glad I didn't see it happening. Oh, yeah. I probably would have said, why? Why are you putting the snow back? Courtney, I don't miss shoveling snow. Me neither. I have not had to do it for the past 20 years, and I don't want to be in a spot where I have to shovel snow again. So, no thank you. I totally agree. Not fun. I read the graphic of Pride and Prejudice and Zombies too. Ooh, there's a graphic of it? I must look this up. If my library has it, I'm totally going to read it. Courtney says, I'm washing and doing hair again today. I'm so over the hair. Oh. Well, hopefully today's the last day that you have to work on it, and it'll be beautiful by the time you're all said and done. You got this. You got this. That's why I just stick my hair up in a bun most of the time, because I don't want to deal with it. And I am sorry, I'm just having a real struggle. No, it's fine. I mean, you have to deal with the cold and snow, and sometimes it can be irritating. Just remember, it's out of your control. Just take a deep breath, let it out, and focus on things that you can control. Anne says, I am tempted when people leave their parking spots to shovel the snow back. I mean, if I got bored one day and was having a mood, I could see you. I could see that. I would do it. Just go out there and pretend you're shoveling your snow and just boop, right back in the parking spot. And then they'll go, what happened? I don't know. Did you see what happened? Nope. I did not see anything. I was inside all day. I came briefly to shovel a path to my car so I could get something from the car. That's it. I have to be in one of those moods, though, you know? Kat says she already had a Discord. I just helped her with a bit of organization. Ooh. I did not know she already had one. I thought she was building one. Ooh, exciting. Annette says, I'm sorry, Anne, that sounds tough. It does. We hope you have a better day, though. Courtney says, Kat, I saved 3 Mardi Gras readathon boards. Gotta find my Mardi Gras earrings. Is that what that is? You say MG and I immediately think middle grade. So hopefully that was Mardi Gras earrings. Kat says, here is Lori's Discord. Thank you, thank you. Go and hop on and like the Discord, join the Discord, do all of the things. Kat says, yay, Courtney has all the purple, yellow, and green hearts. I love that you have Mardi Gras earrings. I need to see if because I still have like the indentations from when I had pierced ears, but I don't know if they're still open or not. If they're not, then I'm gonna have to find a place to get my ears re-pierced. Let them do it because I cannot inflict the pain that would be caused by that myself. But I would like to get earrings again, but the problem is that a lot of the earrings that I used to wear irritate my ears, or I'm allergic to whatever the metal is, because it turns my ears green, and then I have to clean them out. And so I have to find something that won't do that. Or I clean the earrings and they themselves turn green. I don't know. Then again, it was, Claire's back in the day, and they were probably cheaply made. I just gotta find like stainless steel earrings or something. I don't know. Who knows? Mel says, I didn't read that sprint. LOL. I was talking to friends. Gonna get serious about reading in the next sprint for sure. Me too. We'll do it together. I did other things, but talking to friends is always a good thing, right? Gotta catch up, make sure they're doing okay. Anne says, I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, and I'm probably going to have to cancel it. Definitely keep an eye on the weather and see, maybe they will cancel it or reschedule it for you because of the weather. And see what they do, because I know some doctor's appointments or doctor's offices will say if you don't reschedule or cancel within a certain amount of hours, like 48 hours ahead of time, then they still charge you, which sucks, but we don't want that. So hopefully your doctor is not one of them that does that. I know even my hairdresser, she was saying that if I had to cancel and it wasn't within, I think, 48 hours, then they still charge you like a fee. And I was like, no, thank you, please. Thankfully, I was able to go, so I didn't have to like cancel or reschedule. Jean is here. Hello. I'm going to read an ARC, a sociopath's guide to a successful marriage, and you're at 15%. Ooh, well, that's definitely an interesting title. Who is that by? And let us know how you're liking it. Courtney says hi to Mel, and Mel says hi to Courtney. All right, this sprint, I'm really going to do it. I'm going to get caught up on the Raven Scholar pages that I said I was going to get. I don't have that much, really. I could probably read that in this sprint and then film in the last sprint. So we're going to get that done. Dublin Jen is here. Good morning. Let us know what you're reading and working on. You're literally just in time because we're going to go into our second sprint. I'm going to pull up the cat here, and I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting! All right. Meow goes the cat. How did everybody do on that sprint? I actually read Raven Scholar. I'm not completely caught up. I got to 421 and I need to get to 428. So 7 pages left, but I'm almost caught up. And oh my gosh. If you're reading it and you've reached that point in the book where I'm at, then what is going on? Is my question of the day. There is a lot going on. So that's pretty much what I did. Coffee is still warm. However, the cup itself is cold. So I think I will have to switch or like heat that up or something. I don't know. But let's see what you guys got up to. And then we'll go into our final sprint. The last one we had was Double N Jen was saying good morning. She came in. Jean was saying, I would say get less earrings but better quality. Look for earrings that say nickel free and go for stainless steel or real gold. There is normally a sales at Valentine's Day. I don't do real gold purely for the fact that I'm not a gold person. I do more like silver and platinum. So, or maybe maybe if I found like white gold, I could do that. But I am going to check into the nickel free and the stainless steel earrings. So I thanked Jean for that in a later comment. I am going to look into it, but I need to figure out if I need to re-pierce these or not. I probably do because it's been a while. Mel said hi to Jen. Jean says the author is M.K. Oliver. Oh, gimme.
Can I open it for you?
Yes, please. Not all the way, just cut the box open. My thing is here. So I don't know if you can see, but there's like these two here. Those are the Charmed ones in Funko Pop form from the TV show Charmed. And I think the third one has arrived. So far, we have Phoebe is next to Red. And then this is Piper. So all I'm missing is Prue. And I think Prue has arrived. My husband is opening the box now. So we will see. Hopefully it is, because I'm excited. M.K. Oliver. I will have to go back and look for the title again, but I will write it down and look it up. So thank you for that. Anne says, I am just going to have to accept that I am an in-house prison until April. No. Never think of your house as a prison. Think of it as a retreat. You are here to enjoy it. Oh, thank you. We have a box. We have a box. She's here. We have Prue. Thank you. I now have all of the sisters. These were not supposed to be released until next week or like around the 10th. So I'm trying to find, there we go. We're just not going to move. But now we have Prue. I'm so excited. I now have the complete set of the Charmed sisters. Yay. But going back to your comment, never think of your house as a prison. You're supposed to think of your house as a retreat. It's supposed to have all of the things that you love. And I know that it's hard going outside with the winter and the snow and all the things, which is why they usually say that there's like a lot of like winter depression type things, because you've got those gray, icy clouds and snow and all of the things that want to keep you indoors. But just embrace the warmth of the house and embrace all of the things that make you happy. I know when I lived up north, that's what I did. I had to like embrace all of the things that made me happy and things that kept me warm. I never thought of where I lived as a prison, because then that makes it more like down, like it makes you more sad, because you don't have like a lot of things that you can do when you're in prison, right? But in a house, you're supposed to be like happy. You're supposed to have joy of all the things that you love in your house. And it won't be that long. Remember, spring starts in March. And so think of all of the like happy, warm sunshine that you'll have when spring gets here. Unfortunately, I hate spring because allergies, but I still love that everything is blooming. It's like a fresh start. So try to think of it that way. Never accept that you're in a prison that is supposed to be your sanctuary. Double N Jen says hi to Mel, as Courtney says hi to Jean, and I said thanks for the advice, Jean. I will look into them. I definitely will. Courtney says howdy, Double N Jen. In-house is home, and yep, I agree. For your sprint hopping pleasures, I posted some links of people who are sprinting. They may or may not be sprinting now, but they were when I posted these. So be sure to check out Anna, Danny from Danny Dabbles, and says, try thinking you can't go anywhere for 3 months. Oh, I have. It's not fun, but, you just go outside, just to get some fresh air, even if it's that crisp, cold air, and then come back in. It does wonders, because if the sun is out, then you're still getting a little bit of that vitamin D that you would get from being outside, and then you kind of get that fresh air take too. I also posted Katie, who was sprinting at the time. Kaylani was doing, I think, swoon worthy. What is it? The rom-com swoon-a-thon. Let me refresh my videos and see who all is doing it. We also have Tula over on the Maker's Quest crafting and productivity sprints. Be sure to check them out and see what they're crafting today. I need to find my cross stitch projects so that I can go and hang out and work on those. And then also Steph with Coffee Over Apples, I believe it's called. Yes, she is sprinting as well. Nicole is back. Missed a bit for lunch and editing. No worries. If you have to lurk and get things done, lurk away. Faithful says, I'm back trying to decide what I want to crochet or if I want to read. Ooh, what will you be doing? Have you decided? Thanks for sharing, Alicia. You're so welcome. I want to make sure that everybody knows who is sprinting and we can sprint hop and support our little channel. Kelly is hopping in. Happy time zone, my friends. Just got back from the grocery store and spent $418. What in the just happened? That was me yesterday, and I only spent $320. I was sitting there going, where did it go? But as I went through the receipt, I was like, yeah, okay, well, I mean, I had a lot of like buy one, get one type thing at the grocery store. So like when I bought, because I love Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper was on sale. It was buy two, get two free. So I bought two and I got two. So I got 4 things of thing, but that was like $23 for those 4 cases. So that tells me that if I had just bought like 1 case of soda, it's like almost $12 for a 12-pack. That's $1 a can of soda. Really? So I might be cutting back on the soda intake. I love my Dr. Pepper and whatnot, but I cannot be spending almost $12 for a 12-pack of soda. I remember when it was like maybe $5 for a 12-pack, if not less. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm going to have to reevaluate my drinking habits. coffee, I don't want to give up either. But for that little plastic canister that you can get of coffee, it was $20. I love my morning coffee, but oh my God. If I do the math and find out that Starbucks is cheaper, I'm going to stop buying coffee and just go to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's possible, but you never know. You never know. And I hope you are having a good day or your day gets better. Because I hate to see you down in the dumps. I hate to see you kind of sad. Kat says, hopping off to get ready for my folklore February sprints at 1. You may have already started or you're about to start because you're an hour behind me. So you're at 12:25. So in 35 minutes, we'll probably still be here doing our last sprint. So I will post the link and everybody can go hang out. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. Have a great week ahead, friends, and stay safe and warm. You as well, Kat. And we'll come hang out when we're done here. Courtney says hi to Nicole, Faithful, Kelly, and bye to Anne. Donna's coming in to hit the like button and say your hello. Hello, hello. Kelly says, I ate my salad and apparently chased away Anne with my comment. Oh no, I hope not. I don't think that's it. I hope Anne's okay though. Courtney, heat conditioning hair. Gotta go rinse soon. Ooh, I hope it turns out as the way you want. Courtney's doing some diamond painting for a few minutes to pass the time. I need to work on mine. It's been folded up on the table over here, and that is one of my projects to get done this year. My big one, it's called Witch's Brew. It has like a stack of books with almost like a cauldron shaped mug on top. I need to finish that. I only have done like the small little corner, so I need to make progress on it. Maybe I'll do that today. I'll sit by the fireplace and do my diamond painting. Mel says 334 pages into Frankenstein. Not my favorite. Junji Ito so far, but I'm finishing it. Interesting with all the alternate dimension talk. Oh, so this, I just realized that you said Frankenstein, but it's not the, what's her name? Shelley. I gotta move the colors to get to it. The Mary Shelley version. I didn't know that there were multiple authors that did Frankenstein. Is this like this is not like the Frankenstein, maybe like in a different like retelling? Let me know. Mel says hi to Kelly Kell. Grocery prices are insane these days. I agree. I'm gonna have to start like keeping an eye on things and cutting back where I can. Mel says I have to grocery shop next week and I'm not looking forward to seeing our total. I never am. I have a budget that should last me for the 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to have to adjust that, and I just don't know if I can because of like the other things. So we're going to have to sit down and take a look at it, but 320. I will say that amount, some of that stuff that I bought will last for several weeks. So like the bottled water, the soda, the like liquid plumber, the dishwasher tabs, that kind of stuff. I don't have to buy it every week, thank goodness. But everything else is a lot. Mel says, hello, faithful dear. I tell myself my house is my paradise because that's where my books are. Yes, I agree. Everything that I have in my house is where I want to be. My family is here, my warm, cozy blankets, my books. Like, if I don't have to go out, I would rather stay home. But, there are times where I have to go out and, like, run errands, go to the grocery store, take the kids to and from school. So I make exceptions for those. But if I could stay home, I stay home. Lee says, I was productive on that one. Dishes and cleaned kitchen. Updated some posts. Finished up last week in my planner. And put all my recycling and cardboard outside. Very productive, Lee. I love that for you. I need to do that. I need to close down January's budget and open February's budget. And I also need to finish up planner stuff for January. So I'm going to do that later today. And I've got to do book journal setup and stuff. Very productive. Very productive. Courtney says, I think winter is a mindset in cold weather because the outside is uncomfortable. Just walking to the car, I just grin and bear it. Yes. I was not happy this morning when I had to go outside and check on the hoses, and I helped husband put wrapped towels around the well pipes because while we don't think that they froze, we think that the wind that we had last night probably did not help. So we wrapped the pipes so that hopefully tonight they won't freeze again. So, but we're thankful that the water did come back in the house. So we don't like winter. Beginning of spring can still be as bad as winter, and if you live in Wisconsin, it can still snow in May. Oh, no, thank you. This is why I moved to Florida. I did not want to deal with the cold weather. But it seems to have paid us a visit. Or long overdue, I guess. Kelly says, yeah, we decided to stop buying soda too. It's just not worth it. See, and that's my problem, is like, I love drinking my sodas. But it's just getting too expensive. So I'm going to have to come up with a better drinking solution because I'm not big on water, remember. So I'm going to have to come up with like maybe do flavored water or something so that I can keep the hydration and maybe cut back to only a soda like every other day or every 2 days. That way it lasts longer. But yowzers, it puts things into perspective when you look at the price on the receipt. Courtney says, unless it's a staple food item, I only really shop or sale or discount grocery store. I have 2 awesome ones near me. Mostly carb stuff, but great deals. Oh, I need to start doing that more too. I need to really get into the like meal planning and prepping. I've got the planning. I plan my meals every week, but maybe I need to start making them in bigger batches and freezing what we don't eat when I first cook it. And then we can heat it up later on. Mel says, yeah, it's not the Mary Shelley classic, which I love. It's basically a horror manga illustrating the classic, and then there's other short stories. Oh, interesting. I will have to look that up. Mel says the short stories are where the alternate dimension stuff comes in. Oh, okay. I got you. My finger started to hurt all of a sudden, and I don't know why. Oh, there's a scratch there. Somehow I got scratched, like right here on my finger, and it hurts. I wonder if the cat got me and I just didn't notice. Oops. I will have to look that up. Courtney says, I do well with spending less money, except when my husband goes to the store with me. He's a buy and don't look at the price type person. Yes, I agree. I'm the only one that goes to the store because if I take the husband or the kids, I'm screwed. So I love them, but no, they don't go to the store with me because if I take them, then that adds more to the cart. I can't stick to the list and I'm not getting in and out like I usually am. That's why I always say if it's not on the list, we're not getting it. Mel says my husband's the same way, Courtney, and then he always asks me how come my total comes out cheaper. And I'm like, because I actually look at sales and prices. Yep. Yep. That's how it goes. Molly says, I'm trying to stay at home, but every time it's the first of the month, my mom suddenly has a bazillion things for me to do. I'm like, Mom, first of the month, new readathons. I'm a bad daughter. Well, I mean, you want to be able to do your stuff too, but I also understand that you want to be there and help your parents as well. So it's a it's a give and take. Courtney says, haha, Molly, mom has bad timing. Yeah, maybe if mom could just like push it back a day or two, you could at least get started on the readathons and then go from there. Soda has really been hit by inflation. Holy moly. Yes. Listen, I'm not excited at all. I love it, but we're gonna have to reconsider. Like, I might not be buying soda for a while. I'll have to make do with what I have. Courtney says, I like hubby coming with me to drive me, but he gets way too much stuff, mostly junk. Yes, and especially if you don't feed them before they go, that adds much more to it. So, Molly, Costco has a 30-pack of flavored carbonated water cans that are really good, and it's like $15 in Indiana. Ooh. I know we have like a BJ's wholesale. I don't know if we have a Costco. I know I've seen BJ's and I've seen, is it Sam's Club? I'll have to look again. I thought about doing them too, or maybe doing like a once in a while shopping day with BJ's, because we've done where they have like a discounted, like I think it's like $25 for the year, like an introductory price type thing, and then once you go to renew, then it's the full like $55 or whatever. But we never bought enough to justify having an account there, you know what I mean? So that, and we don't really buy things in bulk, so it wasn't worth it. So I'll have to see if they have like a go for a day type shopping and check it out. First, I have to see if we have a Costco. Courtney says, get those flavored powdered packs instead of soda, less calories and definitely cheaper. I do have some of those because I'll do like the liquid IV, and I do have Crystal Light. There's another one I have. But yeah, I should probably stock up on those because I'm gonna have to come up with something. I do like juice, so I guess I could buy more juice, but even that's kind of you don't want to drink too much because dehydration and stuff. Get a soda stream and make the carbonated water or soda yourself. Is it hard? Is it hard to do? Or is it super easy? I might try that. I've switched to sparkling water instead of soda for health reasons. It's been fun finding flavors I like. I do have one that I'm currently drinking. Like, I will drink the Propel water. There's 2 flavors of that, the kiwi strawberry and the berry flavor that I'll drink. But then there's also the Clearly Canadian, and that's the sparkling water. I usually get that in strawberry and cherry. But even those, like the boxes only come with 6 or 8 of them in there. And it's like, I'll have to look and see. I do have a coupon for it though, so maybe I should stock up on that. But I don't want to, like, I can't drink those all day. So I'm just going to have to, like, suck it up and just drink regular water. My favorite so far is the grape Waterloo. Oh, I've never had that one. I'm not big on grape, but I imagine they might have other flavors. So it's just a matter of finding one I like. I will try it though. I will try anything once. Well, almost anything. Within reason. No drugs, no iffy, sketchy stuff. But if it's like water, you know, like the Waterloo brand or the bubbly water, or my father-in-law drinks like the LaCroix. Is that what it's called? I've tried those, but I think because I drink soda, the soda has more flavoring. So therefore, to me, it tastes nasty. But maybe I should wean myself off of soda and then try it and then see how it tastes. Molly says, it looks like there's 10 Costco's in Florida. Really? Now I want to know if any of them are near me. Costco? Let's see. Now I want to know. Where is locations? It says find a warehouse. Really? There's one in Brandon? I know where Brandon's at. There's one in Wesley Chapel. I know where that's at. Huh. How have I not known about this? Where is this at? Oh, that's why. I don't go that far south. It's in Brandon, but it's past the mall that I usually go to down there. That's why. Oh. I will have to see where the one in Wesley Chapel is. I know where those are, and I can get to them easily, but I'll have to look into it. Mel says, kind of tastes like grape Fanta. I don't think I've ever had grape Fanta. Have I? I've had orange. I love the orange Fanta. I've had red Fanta. That was okay. And no, I think that's it. I'm going to have to try a grape Fanta and see if I like it. If I like the Fanta, then I'll probably like the grape Waterloo. I will look into it. Thank you, Mel. Courtney says, so easy. You use regular water and use machine. Takes less than 10 seconds and you can flavor or not. Huh. Have you ever gotten bottled water and frozen before you drink it? Yes, I usually do that when I go to the theme parks. The problem is that I have teeth sensitivities, so it can't be too cold. So that's my problem. I have to, but if I can do like lukewarm water or semi-cold water, then I'll be okay. Like the Clearly Canadians, those come in a can, and I put them in the refrigerator. I can drink those, and most of the time I will put them in my Stanley with a straw. I'm fine if I drink it through a straw. It's weird, but yeah, I have like pockets in the back, and they hit the nerve, and it's ouchies. Waterloo is a very good brand. I will look into it. Let me see. Now I want to Google it. Waterloo flavors. All right, I pulled up the website. I will look at that in the final sprint. Let's get through the comments. Oh yes, Molly, I like when the water's all slushy. Interesting. Mom and I don't like Bubbly brand. I think I've only tried one of theirs and I didn't like that flavor. Mel, yes, have you ever gone for one that looks liquid, but then it sublimates? Oh. Can't say that I have. I don't like LaCroix. They have no flavoring at all. That's what I thought, but someone was telling me that it's because I drink soda, which has the full flavoring, whereas LaCroix is gonna barely. It's like a very subtle flavoring. So I don't know. Swank says to Mel, I mix juice with carbonated water. It's my mocktail. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Courtney, CO2 cartridge is like $20 and I go through maybe one a month. I use my SodaStream a lot. Machine itself is anywhere from $60 to $99 that last forever. Small counter space. Ooh, I will have to look into that as an option. Thank you. Molly, LaCroix is not our favorite either. The Costco brand is yum. Me too, Swank. I do my cocktails daily. Courtney, that would be so fun. Mocktails. Now I want one. Mel says that's a good idea, Swank. I need to do that since I don't drink alcohol. Ooh, that would be fun too. In summer, I freeze fruit and sip all day. I have heard of people like infusing their water with fruit, and that's supposed to have health benefits as well. I might try that this summer. Okay, I need to rinse the hair. I'll be back in a bit. Okie dokie. We'll be here because we're getting ready to go into our final sprint. Molly says, I forgot about your teeth. I think you mentioned that the other day. Yeah. If I could, figure out how to get rid of the cold sensitivities in the back, then I would be okay. But certain things, if it's too cold, then it hits the nerve. Honestly, I think you're right that once you get off soda, water won't be too bad. Yeah. And it'll be healthier. I'll probably lose some of the weight I have that I know people, because I've heard people they stop drinking soda and then they lose a couple of pounds because they're no longer have all those ingredients and high sugar and stuff. Water slushies are awesome. I do like slushies. I just wish they had, you could make water slushies with flavors, almost like, not really like snow cones, but almost like this, the 7-Eleven Slurpees, but make them more water based. Does that make sense? All right, that's the last comment I see. Nope, it's this one. Water ice. Maybe. Let me see. Also known as water ice, also known as Italian ice, is a frozen dessert made from water, sugar, and fruit or flavoring. Yeah, something like that. Italian ice. We used to, if you've ever been to a place called Rita's Italian ice and custards, they've got some good ones. I should see if, because they have some Rita's down here. But I think theirs is more sugar and fruit. But yeah, something like that. use a straw? Yes, I typically use straws in everything. This is the only thing I don't use a straw in, and that's because of the like openings are very small. But if you've ever seen me in a video or on stream with like a lid, a cup with a lid, it usually has a straw in it, and it's for that reason. Because if it hits the back of my teeth, then nope, it hurts. Thanks for sprints. Heading to Kat's channel. Have a good one. I will post the link to her channel in a bit. Thanks for hanging out, Swank. Mel says Rita's is so good. Yes. And so, fun fact, I used to work at a Rita's back when I graduated high school and was starting college because I had one up actually right down the street from where I used to live in Maryland. And it was absolutely amazing. Mind you, we had limited flavors of ice. And back when I worked there, they only had vanilla, chocolate, or you could mix the two for custard. Now they have all the different flavors of custard. I went there one day to the one that was down here, and they had cotton candy flavored custard. And they had all of the toppings. Back when I started, when I was working at Rita's, we only had sprinkles. Sprinkles and maybe like crushed Oreo. We did not have gummy bears or chocolate chips. We did not have like several different types of sprinkles. And we didn't have what did my kids get in theirs? They had like a nerds option or like a it wasn't gummy bears, but it was the little nerds gummy clusters. They had those. And I was like, hold on. When did Rita's get all the flavors of custard? Because I only remember having 2, maybe 3 if you could mix them together. But it was so fun to work there. I miss it. But they are so good. I agree. And all their flavors of ices, yes, please. And if you could get like one of the gelatos where it's like ice and custard layered, those were my favorite. Those were my favorite. Molly says bye to Swank. Courtney says I use my SodaStream water to dilute when I buy soda. Makes it last longer and less sweet. Ooh. So you would just create like the SodaStream with the water so it'd be carbonated, but then you would mix it with the soda to lessen the sweetness of the soda. Am I getting that correctly? That sounds like it could be doable. I will have to go look at a SodaStream. That might be interesting. That could be my solution. You have the gears turning, Courtney. The gears are turning. I'm going to look into all of the things. By the way, anything that you guys have said, I will write it down, look into it, and go from there. The gears are turning. All right, that was the last comment I see. I don't see any others coming in. So let me pull up the cat, and I will switch our banner because this is going to be our last sprint, 45 minutes, and then we will skedaddle. I'll also go find the link for Kat's sprints, and you guys can sprint out there. But I'll see you in 45. Happy sprinting. All right, that was our final sprint. How did everyone do? I did see a couple people pop in, so we'll get to the comments in just a second. I did finish the pages, so I'm all caught up where I'm supposed to be for Raven Scholar. So ready to go for Wednesday. And oh my gosh, so much is happening. I cannot wait to talk about this book. Very detailed, very like you're in there, you know. I did also have a snack. I had some raspberry coffee cake. So, and then I made a list of things that I'm going to work on after we are finished here. If you hear noise in the background, it's because the children are playing. So they're doing all of the things, running around. And if you know and you've seen my son, you know that he can be a little loud. But that's pretty much what I did. And so let's get to the comments where we left off at. And then we'll say goodbye for the day. This, I believe, was where we left off. And I had asked a question before we went to Sprint, to which she replied yes. She makes 3 bottles of SodaStream. Hers is actually Aqua Fizz brand, and she leaves it in the fridge at any given time. This is a clever idea, I'm not going to lie. So I'll definitely be looking into SodaStream to try it out and see how I like it, because this could be the solution to my problem. Well, it's not really a problem, but it could be a solution. So thank you, Courtney, for sharing that information. And she said that then I use it whenever she wants. Now, does it, like, because it's carbonated, does it go flat after a certain amount of time, or you just make it and it stays until you drink it all? Let me know that. And then I went ahead and put in Cat's Folklore February sprints, which just started not too long ago. So go hop over and say hello and hug the like button. I will most likely be in the comments after this. I'm going to take my laptop and go sit by the fireplace and or I'll play the Switch, but I will have her up in some sort of capacity so I can watch. Ren says, I made it to 53%. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome, and job well done. 53%. Do you think you'll finish today or tomorrow? I know Ren is pretty fast at reading her books, so hopefully you're enjoying it. Kiana popped in. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. And then she was like, oh, well, goodbye, everyone. No worries. You could pop in, hang out, and you were able to make it to say hi. So it counts. It counts. Kelly says, I finished up the tax stuff for the company, watched a video about a Beatles song my son shared, and started editing a video. I need to do that as well, like editing a video. I also need to film a couple of videos, but that's nor here or there. We'll get there. And Kelly says hi to Kiana. And hopefully everyone was able to get some reading done or some productivity done. I'm thankful that you guys were able to come and hang out with me today. Molly says, got 40 minutes of Amazon's Valentine's Shorts book, 3 listened to, also playing. Wow. Is this the, it's like different authors and they have like little novellas? Is that what that is? Hopefully you are enjoying it and playing World of Warcraft. Molly says, Donna will be sprinting in 20 minutes. There we go. I'll see if if I can find the link, I'll put it in. If not, be sure to check out Donna's channel for sprints. Kiana says, hey to Kelly. Mel says 393 pages into Frankenstein, close to the end. This is feeling like a 3-star so far. Ooh. But you're so close to finishing. 3-star is not a bad rating. Molly says thanks for sprints. You're welcome. Hopefully you were able to get some reading or productivity done and stay warm at the same time. I know my hands are starting to get cold, so we're gonna go sit by the fire soon. Kiana says, hey Molly, Alicia, Mel, Courtney, and Anne. Mel says, thank you so much for sprints, Alicia. It was fun hanging and talking with you. I'm glad you could make it. Feel free to stop by any time. I do sprints every Sunday, and now we have added the 100 pages book club sprints. You don't have to read the same book that we are reading, but you can come use the sprints however you see fit, reading, productivity. But thanks for hanging out today. It was fun having you guys. Kiana says, I got to 82% of Barbarians Beloved. This is the Ice Planet Barbarians number 17. Holy smokes. I didn't know there was that many. Wow. I just have the first one. I haven't read the first one yet. Oh, so if I read that one and like it, it'll probably be a long haul, huh? I will rethink when I want to read this. And hope that my library has all of them. Molly says, yes, the 6 novella series. Gotcha. I want to read those, but I know that they're, I guess, only on Kindle or through Amazon. You can, like, do, like, the audiobook, I guess. But they just need to do a bind-up of all of them. Kelly says, thank you for sprints. You're so welcome. And on that note, I am going to go sit by the fire because my hands are freezing. Let's see. Does it say what the weather is currently in my area? It is 44 and we have a high of 46 today. So it's only going to get colder from here. And we're supposed to be back down in the 20s tonight. So I'm not looking forward to it. But thank you all for hanging out with me today. Only through Amazon/Audible. When they put them on NetGalley, they are all 6 in a volume. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'll probably look it up and check it out. There's a couple of things I need to read first before I do that, though. But, all right. I am going to call it here. I don't see any other comments coming through. Let me go through on YouTube and make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, I don't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and close the YouTube one. And thanks for hanging out, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. If you're doing Morning Time Pirates, remember Kelly is not going to be available. So the Morning Time Pirates will be on my channel as I am filling in for Kelly. And then Wednesday night sprints for the 100 pages book club, where we will continue reading Raven Scholar. Or if you just need sprints, you can come and hang out with us. And then, of course, sprints again on Sunday here. And hopefully I will have a video somewhere in there. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you in the comments. Bye.